Bears invade the turf at Archbold. It's the Oberlin-Turnbull countdown to kickoff. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family owned and family focused. We had the chance to chat with Bryan head coach Scott Staten, and you'll hear that after this timeout on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Nobody likes an awkward silence, but you can actually use it for something good.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome inside the Bears Den. Dave Brobston, Coach Staten. Hard to believe that we're bringing the curtain down on something that seems like it just started yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's flown by, honestly.
And not the win-loss record that anybody wanted coming into the season, but I think we can say that we started to see the pieces come together. Really efficient passing night for Rhett on Friday night, 17 for 20 or something like that. Looked really good, really comfortable in the pocket this week.
Yeah, I think if you look at offensively, the things that we've been trying to develop, the quick game, the screen game, our short passes, our easy reads, those are things that we've talked about all year, but it all starts with a running game. So for us to have two backs over 80 yards, we controlled the line of scrimmage on that end with Damian kind of being the sledgehammer, and then Carlin hitting quick, and he was banged up. I give the kid a lot of credit going in there. He had an elbow issue going into the game, try to pad it up and go, and then he takes the lead off the right side and breaks a long touchdown run. So to get the run game started there and to be efficient in the passing game with him, like you said, 17 of 20, two backs over 85 yards, 0 turnovers offensively. Those are things that we can build off.
Definitely things to build off of. So, Coach, one of the things we see on defense is that big play. And the big play Friday night was not being able to get that edge set. You got a big athletic quarterback who was able to get around the outside and go. Kind of been the problem all season long with us with one big play on defense.
Yeah, and it's about setting the edge. And when we use the term setting the edge, with us having so much youth on the edge, a Hunter Watson who is just gung-ho, wants to go hard all the time, to him setting the edge is coming flying across, super aggressive and ready to make the play. We saw that on the reverse with the Smith kid. We saw it on the inside handoffs as well. And he's so geared up, and it's hard to get a kid that hasn't seen enough reps coming at him to come across the line, sit down, all right, and harness that aggression and make a solid tackle, because he's coming across the line so hard, which is giving up that inside. But again, it's moving kids around. We had a kid that got hurt in pregame. So 15 minutes before the game, we have no idea. And we're pushing pieces around. And that was an edge player for us. So that really hurt. And again, it's credit to the kids for jumping in and being able to compete in those spots. But we're putting them in a bad spot because of depth, and we're asking them, 15 minutes before a game to, hey, you're going to shift over to this side. You're going to be on the strong side edge, and this is what we're doing when he rep the weak side all week.
And it is. It's one of those things that it takes repetition. It takes practice, especially with a young kid, because you want to get out there and you want to make a play. Mm-hmm. And that's just what it's geared into us. And when we watch on Saturday afternoon, when we watch on Sundays, those guys make it look so easy. But the thousands of reps they've done in the same position over and over and again, all through their lives, and now we're moving a kid in without those reps, who's a freshman, who wants to make the big play, and the over-aggression comes back to bite us.
Yeah, exactly. But it gives us something to look at on film, and we can show them, and we can change those alignments or address those alignments so we get aligned correctly going into tonight.
Well, and it's good to see when you look at what the 8th grade team did this year coming up, and you don't want to start a bunch of freshmen, but you got some pretty decent athletes coming for next year, which just help provide that depth, that you're not moving up running back to guard to defensive end to linebacker, that you can go, all right, this is what you're all on one side of the ball, this is where you're at on the other side of the ball, and we've got that depth behind you that if something happens, you can start to develop that.
Right. I think that's this year's just been, thrown into the fire with low numbers, with injuries, with young guys. I mean, we're heavy loaded in that freshman class right now with personnel and the junior class. So in addition to adding the 8th graders, we're graduating 5 seniors with one being a specialist kicker. So you're not having a mass exodus of seniors leaving, where a lot of teams, and this is I kept preaching to our kids, is the fact that you look at all these teams that we're losing to, that we're competing for maybe a half, maybe 3/4 against them. Those are teams that have a lot of seniors, so they're going to have more turnover. So the fact that we're heavy on the young end and we can hang with these guys, we wouldn't trade any of those programs from where they're at, where we're at. I mean, obviously win-loss is not where we want it to be, but we also have a quick turnover of only 4 to 5 seniors leaving, and then a large will be freshman class coming in.
So let's look at the Bluestreaks this week. The OHSAA says they're 5-4. As a guy whose daughter graduated from Sonora, they're 4-5. So what are they bringing to the table other than what Archbold brings to the table every year?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to just see a ton of similarities. Like our offense and their offense is very, very similar. You'll see the same set. You'll see the same formations. You'll see the same motions. We're just very similar offensively. Defensively, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to see the same 4-2-5 defense that we run. So it's going to be mirror images. So I'm really excited about that. It's like we're going against our own defense, and our defense is trying to defend our offense. So there's a lot of similarities between the two programs from that perspective. But I will say, if you watch that PH game, huge underdogs going into that game, yes. And they played super physical with PH. They played with them the whole game. And PH is probably lucky to get out of there with the win the way that Archbold played. So I think it says a lot about their staff over there and about their players. The fact that, like you said, it hasn't lived up to their standards probably this year, but the kids are still competing. And that's what we have to understand as a group. Like, we're going into this game, and you're going to get your best from Archbold. They're going to want to fine-tune everything going into the playoffs.
Well, and it's a chance. Winning is awesome. But there is something about going into somebody else's place, getting a win and being a little bit of a spoiler, making them play against a number 3 or 4 seed instead of a 9 versus 8 seed come first round of the playoffs. When you get your rivals, you can spoil a little bit for them. It's always a good feeling.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have nothing to lose. I mean, that's what we're talking with our kids about this week is play loose, go out, have fun, do the things that we've been working on all week. And just be fundamentally sound. We got to get over the hump of not finishing those drives offensively. That's the thing that just really bothers me is watching us move the ball down the field. Sometimes effortlessly. I mean, we picked apart Wasion's defense, and then a bad snap, and then a personal foul penalty. Those things are just we just can't overcome those at this stage.
And speaking of playing loose, I got to say the onside kick caught us all off guard on Friday night, and it worked to perfection.
Yeah. Yeah, and we went with the home run shot right after that. I know that they're an aggressive defense or a downhill defense. And I'll admit this, the only hiccup on that was Damian Wolf always runs that in practice. We rep that play all the time, and he always runs it. Well, he was dinged up at that moment in time. Quick change, and you have Carlin, who's former quarterback, running that play. He's super geared up to run it, and he just gets a little aggressive with putting it in there. But that's the bad part. You watch it on film, and it's there. I mean, that could have really changed the game. Onside kick. We have the lead at that time, 8-7, went for 2 to get the 1 point ahead, and try to hit the reverse, and we have it blocked perfect, but it's just mishandled. So it happens.
It happens, and like you said, it happens when we're a little dinged up, we're a little short, we're a little thin, and you get somebody who reps it all year long in practice. You come game time, he's not there, and it is a game of inches.
Yeah,
it really is. Well, Coach, it's been a good year. I like to see what we're building. It's really nice to see that offense start to click a little bit. Defense is going to come around once we get a few more bodies in there, and we're not moving pieces all around on the defensive side of the ball all year long. But good luck tonight. Let's go take a win and close this one out right.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Dave Brobston, Scott Staten, Inside the Bears Den. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Welcome back here to Bluestreaks Stadium. Tonight, first night, it feels like a little bit like football.
It does.
56 degrees, winds out of the west at 7 miles an hour. Nice harvest type of evening for us as we bring the curtain down on this 2024 season. Tonight's game, as all games are on the Golden Bears Sports Network, are brought to you by the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Andres O'Neill and Lowe, the Daniel Van Atta Agency, Grill Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and the Thiel Supply Center. Senior night here at Archbold. Yep. I counted 12 seniors, but the interesting thing looking at them is quarterback, starting running back, starting receivers, all their skill guys are all going to be gone next year. So making a run this year for the Bluestreaks.
Yeah, and when you look down their roster, they have a page and a half of kids, or a page and a quarter. So their numbers are definitely up, and it'll be interesting to see. We talk with Coach, and you mentioned about the young players and the ability that we've had to play a bunch of young kids in positions maybe they weren't ready for and things like that. But as he said in the interview, that he thinks that he'd rather have their position than most anybody else's position because these kids have gotten some Friday night experience.
And the game speeds up on Friday night versus what it does on a Thursday afternoon when you're playing middle school ball. And, for a lot of our kids being able to get out there and get some of that experience this year, and it is, you're graduating 5. One of them did not play a snap last year because he was injured.
Yep.
One of them is a kicker.
Yep.
And a couple of them have been hurt off and on all season long. So a lot of folks have been plugged into a lot of different places. And, we didn't know about it in the booth last week that we had somebody go out 15 minutes before the game started in warm-ups, and he's shuffling people around and putting them in odd positions. It has definitely been a chess match for our coaches this year.
Yeah, it absolutely has. It's next man up, and, let's see how it's going to go.
Last year at Bryan, the Bluestreaks came in and doubled us up, beat us 42-21 as we closed out the regular season before we went on the road to West Holmes and ran that basketball track meet combination thing that we did for that playoff game over there. But, one of the things Coach said to us both in the interview and before the interview this week was you're looking at a mirror of each other.
Yep.
Same defensive scheme, same offensive scheme. So we shouldn't be surprised by anything tonight.
Yeah, and that's one of the things when we put up our infographics here in a second that I said in the infographic about it's the same offense. It's the same defense. It's hopefully for the Golden Bears, it'll give them some confidence. They're not looking at a weird, three back set. They're not looking at a weird defense with a 3-5. They should be something they've been running against each other all year long.
And practiced against this summer, so it's something to look at. Let's take a look at this Bluestreak team for their last 5.
I know that they had a big one against Wasion and one against Patrick Henry recently.
They did, but as a Bryan guy, a Bryan broadcaster who lives in Defiance, we're going to have to go back and talk about the Denora game at some point. Last 5. Last week they lost 26-7 at PH, 39-26 to Wasion, beat Swanton 45-0, lost to Evergreen 26-22 in what was a barn burner, and then squeaked one out against Delta 28-24. If you look at this team and you look at what they bring to the table, when you see that they average 24 points a game and they give up 24.7. They have been in tight games most of the year. The Swanton 45-0 win kind of offsets the 51-0 loss to Liberty Center. They kind of balance things out. So a very balanced season for them. I think that if you would ask folks here at Archbold, they would say a little bit of a disappointing season. Yeah,
this is not what they expect here at Archbold, especially not with a team that's pretty senior laden. But, that's kind of where they're at. You've got the juggernauts of Patrick Henry and the Liberty Centers of the world, and some teams that have overperformed this year between like Evergreen and Delta.
And when we bring that down, this is a team that every year expects to be with the juggernauts of PH and Liberty Center. They expect to be in that 3-4 conversation with Wauseon back and forth. And we saw last week, Wauseon, very disappointing season for them.
Yep.
They get the win over us last week, 35-14. And we'll take a look at our last 5. Beat Swanton 35-13. Got to be honest, folks, that was a 35-0 game. 13 points in the last quarter when Swanton was running their ones against our number 2s. A really good total game by the Golden Bears that night. Lost to Evergreen 22-7. That was the game that we started to find a little bit on offense. Liberty Center and PH back-to-back. Man, I'm hoping it's a schedule rotation next year. We break that one up.
I don't think we're going to break that one up from all the indications I've heard.
So next year we get to do it back-to-back on the road like we did last year. 2 tough places to go. Let's take a look at those NWAL standings while we're at it.
Yeah, and we also should look at our infographics because there's some good info up there. So let's do those the infographics first, Krista. Let's do Archbold first, just so we can get some information there that might not. David Dominic in his 10th season, and we talked about this just a little bit about the mirror image and the 4-2-5 defense, and you talked about the points. That's just you don't see many games where you've got that going there.
No, you see, like even last year with the Golden Bears, with that prolific offense, with the porous defense, it was still a 6 or 7 point difference. We were averaging 42-43 a game, but giving up 46-47. You don't see something that close. But when you look at a team that's 5-4, it's a pretty balanced record with a pretty balanced point spread as well.
Yeah, let's look at Bryan real quick though too. Golden Bears. I wanted to throw a couple these up here because there's a couple of things to note. Damian Wolf has moved up to 4th in the league as far as carries, 144 carries, 678 yards, 4 touchdowns. And McGill, for getting thrown into a game late, or the season late, he's respectable, 47 of 82 for 495 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 picks.
And I think one of the things we need to talk about when we look at the freshman who came in week 4 and took over is last week, he was 17 for 20. Not throwing the ball deep downfield, but he was efficient, didn't turn the ball over, and you could just watch his confidence grow as the game went on. Also, if you look on the other side of the ball for the Golden Bears, Connor Hogan is 2nd in the league in tackles with 90, 4 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. Football standings, not surprising. Liberty Center at the top 6-0 in the conference, 9-0 overall. Seated number 2 right now.
Just a few tenths of a point away.
But looking at the computer rankings on Joe Idle, I'm not sure that their maximum with a win and the other team's maximum or minimum with a loss, I'm still not sure they can flip them even if there's an upset at number 1 tonight. So Liberty Center looks locked into the number 2 seed, but that means they'll be hosting next week. PH 7-2, 5-1. Delta 6-3. Archbold 5-4. Evergreen 5-4. Delta's in. Archbold's in. I believe Evergreen's got a win to get in tonight. And Wauseon, Bryan, and Swanton up. Swanton bringing up the rear. And again, Wauseon, not a season that they expected. For Bryan, we knew it was going to be a down year. But as we've said, this coaching staff having to play a chess match and moving young people with no experience to play positions they haven't played sometimes during warm-ups before a game, it's a big ask. But it's a lot of experience coming out of that for these kids as we move in to next year. Why don't we take a break? While the band's out on the field, they're honoring seniors here tonight all night at Archbold, and we'll be right back after this word from our sponsors, and we'll get you the officials, the keys to the game, and our starting lineups on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory since 1922. We've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium, or Bluestreaks Stadium. You know, taking a look at this Archbold team, and you look at their schedule, a 15-14 win at Sonora.
In quotes.
In quotes. and if folks don't know what I'm talking about, Sonora tried a 42-yard field goal as time was expiring. Everybody in the stadium said the kick was good, except for the two guys that mattered, and those were the guys standing under the goalpost. The Archbold fans behind the goalpost, they reacted if the kick was good. All the Archbold players on the field reacted if it was good. So we give them a little bit of grief, but both teams are going to the playoffs, and that's what matters. But I look at that, a 15-14 win there, a 28-24 win at Delta, a 26-22 loss at Evergreen. You know, so it's not surprising that their points are together. They've played a lot of really close games this season.
They really have, and this is a chance for the Golden Bears, if not to sneak a win out, to keep a close game with a team that plays like you do.
It is, and it's one of the things that it's great to get a winning season and go to the playoffs and do all that. But if you can't do that, to be able to come and spoil a rival, that's not a bad thing. So that's what the Golden Bears are going to be looking at tonight. Let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight for both of these squads.
Keys to the game being brought to you by Carlin Company Realty and Auctioneers, your hometown real estate company for over 45 years. They've consistently remained number one in Williams County and the surrounding area since 2007. Call us for all your real estate needs. You mentioned it, embrace the spoiler role. And, the other thing here is to play loose and have fun. Like, this is the last game for these 5 seniors. Have some fun, relax, just play your game, and then get one for the seniors.
And that's it. Last year, we were all stressed at the end of that loss at home to Archbold last year. You and I texted back and forth on Saturday morning. Are we going someplace?
Yep.
Did we get in? Did we not get in? Tonight, no pressure, no stress. Go out and have some fun, but get a win for this senior class.
Absolutely. And then when you look at the keys for the Archbold Bluestreaks, stay healthy. You don't want to get, if you're going into the playoffs, you don't want to get anything in there. Work out those issues before week 11. And I like this one. Don't show anything other than the basics. They're going to be very vanilla tonight. They don't want to put anything on film that one of their opponents in the playoffs would be able to see and exploit.
So this should not be a night like we saw last week, with the onside kick for Bryan after the first touchdown. This is something that Archbold's not want to show anything other than if they can run their vanilla offense and run their vanilla defense and not do anything special, to not give any hints to opponents for next week, that's what this team wants to do. Let's take a look at our officials tonight, brought to you by the Tri-State Vision Center, serving the area since 1977. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all your eye care needs. Chris Steiner, Troy
Zimikevich.
I get that name all the time. Nicholas Kolsch, Stephen Hyder, and David Spees are our officials here tonight. Steiner wearing the white hat as the officials go. Also probably should say Bryan won the toss tonight. That's 2 weeks in a row they've won the toss. Elected to defer tonight instead of take the ball, so Bryan will be on defense first. This has been the Oberlin-Turnbull Countdown to Kickoff. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Homes and Crematory. Family owned, family focused. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors for our national anthem.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back as they are wrapping things up with the band performance from the beginning of this ball game. Bryan ready to come on the field. Archbold lined up behind them to come on as the color guard is marching out. I tell you, partner, I had a funeral today for a retired firefighter, and it still gets to me every time. You get amazing grace on the bagpipes with them walking away, and just an incredible honor today with an honor guard and the complete works for them. So here tonight, watching the color guard march out. Again, Veterans Day is coming up here soon, and we want to give a huge thanks. We had our salute to veterans last week at home, but with Veterans Day coming up here in a couple weeks, a huge thanks to all of those who served and have served, and all of those right now who are coming up to Christmas of their senior year in high school, and in June and July, heading off to boot camp. Thank you for the young men and women who will go help keep us free.
Absolutely. And we've got our national anthem now being sponsored by Veteran Services of Williams County. Our Veterans Day service open to the public is going to be on November 11th, and we invite the general public. It's if you've never been to Bryan's Veterans Day ceremony, come. It's cool.
To salute the flag as the Bluestreak Marching Band presents our national anthem.
And again, thanks you to Veteran Services of Williams County for sponsoring us all year long and sponsoring tonight's national anthem. Let's take a peek at our starting lineups tonight on the defensive side of the ball for the Golden Bears. Our starting lineup sponsored by Debbie's Dairy Free, serving you ice cream, soup, sandwiches, and more. Victories taste sweeter with Debbie's. Call ahead with your order at 419-636-5606. One of the things I want to say is the starters tonight may be probable starters and not starters, because we weren't sure about a couple of guys getting back. Noticed them out there warming up tonight. So let's take a look at this Golden Bear defense.
The defensive starters for the Golden Bears. A bit. Yep. There we go. There's the offense for Archbold.
We'll look at Archbold's offense. Gensler, Meyer, Bixler, Warner, and Oregon are going to be across the front for them. Kurt Kruger is going to be at quarterback for the Bluestreaks. He comes in 77 for 144, 989 yards, 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions on the season. Ryder Ryan is a running back. Carter King, another running back. Morgan Harris, Oranjar, Krieger, and Broden Piercefield are your receivers. Ryan comes in 111 carries, 672 yards with 5 touchdowns for the Golden Bears on the defensive side of the ball.
Golden Bears defense, really no changes from last week. We have Gage Phillips is filling in at linebacker. He came in, last week in the place of an injury, and otherwise, pretty much the same as we've seen most of the year.
For those watching us on TV, Cooper Beltran is 72. He didn't take Carter Sickles number 2.
Oh,
but Sickles
my
normally
mistake.
Played in that spot. So that's the defense going to look the same across. And again, this looks like it's a 4-4 for the Golden Bears.
Yep.
Phillips and Watson basically play strong safety, but it gives them some flexibility. The 4-2-5, what it lets a coach do is you can walk down one of those safeties to play a linebacker on the strong side and not have to worry about it on the weak side. So Uran on to kick things off at the 40. Now we said for Archbold, what they're going to want to do is keep things as vanilla can be. For the Golden Bears, we got nothing to play for here tonight. You know
Open the playbook.
Onside kicks, I was talking today to one of the coaches at Ayersville, and they're in the same boat we are. They're 1-8. They're on their third quarterback of the season, and I said, Spank, why don't you just call 2 plays in the huddle every time? A running play and then a flea flicker, and then a screen pass and then a flea flicker. Just open the playbook tonight, because what do you got to lose? So let's have some fun here tonight, folks. Back deep for the Bluestreaks are Ryder Ryan and Evan Wendt. Looking out to see Carter Dominic is one of those ones dressed tonight for the Golden Bears. We'll see how much action he sees. Big end over end kick going to drive Archbold back inside the 5 at the 3. Out over the 10, 15, 20. He's got a hole brought down just over the 30-yard line. Ryder Ryan on the kick. Return.
That was a nice run for them.
Nice return. Ball's going to be at the 32 mark, 1st and 10 as we are underway here from Bluestreak Stadium. Kruger at quarterback, as we said, almost 1,000 yards on the season. Ryan, 672 yards as one back. Tristan Wise, 236 as the other. 3 receivers wide. Now they're going to run 4 that way as they put the H-back in motion. They're going to toss that way to the strong side. Wrapped up in the backfield, nowhere to go, brought down for a loss. And again, what we talked about, partner, is we knew exactly what was happening.
Yep. That is a good situation there when you can get penetration like that. They stretched it out, and it's really hard to run east and west. Got to turn and run north and south.
Loss of 4 on the play. 2nd down, 14 to go. Back inside the 30 to 28-yard line. Harris split wide to the right. Run in motion this way. Strong to the field side again. Going to roll, toss, pass, caught. Nice wrap up and a tackle. Harris on the catch. Wallace on the tackle. Going to be out over the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Should bring up 3rd down, 5 to go.
37-yard line will be 3rd and 5 for the Bluestreaks.
Nice little pitch and catch there for the Bluestreaks, but a good job by Bryan. And we talked about it in the coaches show, that big play, a nice tackle in space right there by Wallace to keep that one into 3rd down territory. You got slot to the left. You've got 1 to the right. Back to pass again, is going to roll, looking downfield, tries to get it downfield, throws it out of bounds. And we got a flag coming in late. I think we're going to get a late hit on the Golden Bears. I think we're going to get a roughing the passer or a late hit.
We have a flag on the play.
Good pressure by the Golden Bears on 2 plays. This time we got there, I think, just a little bit late as I saw the flag come in. Personal foul against the Golden Bears. And again, we don't have a lot of penalties this year, but the ones we have are just inopportune. You can watch here Kruger rolling out, Bryan giving chase, and we got him just a little bit late. I think that when Jacob's hands came down, he jumped up to try to block the pass. I think his hand came down on his helmet, and he had contact. We see it in college. We see it in the NFL. Also here in high school, it's going to bring the flag. 1st down, 10 to go. Archbold inside Bryan territory, 10:30 to go in the 1st quarter on your main Stops Northwest Ohio scoreboard. Again, motion this way. Flags coming. I believe we're going to get a false start. Same thing that we saw last week is the motion man starts towards the line of scrimmage, and you've got to stay square or go backwards. You can't move towards the line of scrimmage. Happened that time, going to cost the Bluestreaks 5. 1st and 15 for the Golden Bears, for the Bluestreaks. Ricky checking in for the Bluestreaks. Slot left, slot right. 1 back in the backfield. Now they're going to go trips to the field side, 1 to the boundary side. Bryan in a 3-man, and they're going to come with pressure on the outside. Handoff is going to go up the middle to Ryan. Going to get about 3 on the play. Going to move it right at midfield. Going to bring up 2nd down and 12. It's 2 series in a row that we've kept them behind the sticks. If we can do that tonight, it's going to be a good thing. Going to go empty this time. Nobody back with Kruger. Snap comes in, 4-man pressure, and again, the Golden Bears get pressure and flush him. Taken off down the field, gets a throw, finds a player on about the 40, going to be close to a first down while he steps out of bounds. I believe they're going to mark him short.
The receiver was Piercefield.
Piercefield on the catch, but we've got another roughing the passer penalty against the Golden Bears.
We have a flag on the play.
Got another roughing the passer on Bryan. 2 of those on this drive have given the Bluestreaks both of their first downs. Defense is playing well, just shooting ourselves in the foot, giving them 30 yards here on this opening drive. Moves them down near the red zone. Trips to the field side, 1 to the boundary side. Kruger takes a snap. Hands off up the middle. Ryan's going to break 1 tackle up near a first down. Going to mark him down at about the 16, 15-yard line, where it's going to bring up a 2nd and 2. Hogan makes the tackle for Bryan.
Get a beat on the plate. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Bluestreaks from the Golden Bears.
Ball right on the 16-yard line at the far hash.
2nd down.
Slot left. 1 receiver solo to the right-hand side. Powers to the right. Handoff is going to go up the middle again. Ryan dances, very patient run, lets the hole open up. Is going to push it down inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Bluestreaks.
Anthony Weber with the tackle for the Golden Bears.
Weber on the stop. And again, Weber's had a really good season. Almost, I think that is his 50th tackle on the season. But you don't want your free safety second on your team in tackles. Trips to the right. Ryan to the right of his quarterback, gets the ball, dances, cuts it back. Not really very far to go. They're going to say he got a yard to the 5. Uran gets the tackle. 2nd down, goal to go at the 5. And a player down for Archbold with clock is going to be stopped at 8:29 to go here in the opening quarter. Tell you what, Chris, it's tough to give him 30 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. 30 yards on penalties. Crazy.
With the injury on the field, why don't we take a timeout for our sponsors? We'll be right back after this word. You're on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Welcome back here at Bluestreaks Stadium. Athletic staff still tending to the injured player for Archbold. You know, it's been tough for us because both of those penalties have been hustle penalties.
Yep.
Just getting there a second late. And we had last year, we had a bunch of sacks last year, but we haven't had a lot of those sacks this year. And so when guys get the opportunity, they're taking, we're getting good pressure up the middle. We're flushing Kruger out of the pocket. Just can't get to him late on the play. Coming out for Archbold now is Isaac Meyer, one of their seniors, walking off the field under his own power. And it's going to bring up 2nd down goal. 8:29 to go here in the first quarter on your main stops on Northwest Ohio scoreboard. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Ryan with Kruger in the backfield. They're going to roll to this side. They're going to flood the zone, looking to the back of the end zone, throws it over everybody out of the end zone. Good coverage by the Golden Bears that time. Stayed with their men, gave nothing for Kruger.
Pass was also overthrown.
Going to bring up 3rd and goal, ball at the 5. And one of the things that the Bluestreaks have, they have a decent kicker. So for a lot of teams, this is 4-down territory. For Archbold, they don't get something here, they may go for 3. Kruger back to pass. Blitz comes up the middle. He's chased by Uran. Throws, finds the weak spot in the end zone. Touchdown, Bluestreaks. Nice scramble drill by the Bluestreaks. Pass was complete to Evan Wendt. Just when we thought we had everything covered, they find the hole, the crease in the zone. Wendt scrambles, sees his quarterback in trouble, gives him a big target. Kruger puts it right on the numbers.
Yeah, that was nice. Again, it was you practice those in practice. You know what I mean?
The attempt is up, and it's good. So with 8:08 to go here in the first quarter, it is Archbold 7, Bryan 0 on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
I have to do it for them.
Welcome back here to Archbold, where the Bluestreaks drive down the field, score. We gave them 30 yards on that drive, though, with 2 penalties. Good pressure. We're getting pressure on the quarterback. We're flushing him out of the pocket. But on 2 of those passes, we ended up with 15-yard penalties. On the 3rd pass, we flush him. They end up getting the touchdown on a really good play by Evan Wendt. On the scramble drill, knows his quarterback's in trouble, runs all the way across the formation, finds that soft spot in the zone, turns his numbers to Kruger, and Kruger puts it on the numbers. Kickoff to Bryan is going to go out of bounds. Bryan will take over at the 35-yard line. Now, you got to kick it to one of our guys.
Yep.
I said we're going to get a return for a touchdown sometime this year. And I tell you, both Gonzalez and Carlin can take it to the house, but they're not going to be able to do it if you kick it out of bounds.
Yeah.
For the Golden Bears, the ball will be at the Bryan 35-yard line, first down.
Bryan gets a 35-yard line where they'll take over first down. Ball's going to be on the right hash. Cade Carlin, the lone back with McGill. You got Wheeler wide left. You got slot to the right with Wallace and Weber out that way. Weber out wide. We're going to bring Wallace in motion. We're going to hand it to Carlin up the middle, and he's got a big hole out over the 40, pushing out to a first down out over the 35, the 45 to about the 40, over the 45. We'll say it at the 45, but first down and 10. Bryan, nice 10-yard run. Cade hit the hole really hard that time.
Yeah, good job by Cade to move forward.
Damian Wolf still nursing that thigh contusion that he had from the beginning of the year. Not sure how much we'll see him on the offensive side of the ball tonight. Once again, we've got a slot left this time. One receiver to the right, Carlin in the backfield with McGill. They're going to roll McGill this way. Looks to pass, finds a man, throws picked off. That was Morgan Harris on the interception. Carlin brings him down. Let's take a look. Rolls this way. Pressure coming from the backside.
Just stepped in front of it.
Stepped in front. Nice play. It's one you want to put where only your guy can get it. We put it right on the numbers. Really well read play that time by Harris to pick it off. Archbold's going to take over at the Golden Bear 44, first down 10. 7.5 to go here in the first quarter. Trips to the right, to the left for Archbold. Now they're going to empty it out, and it's going to be a quarterback power run. Wolf with the big hit. Spins off of him, gets a couple. Spizak and Hogan team up to finish it up. Ball down to the 41. Second down and 7. Little quarterback power that time.
41-yard line, second down.
They're going slot left, single back to the right. The power H-back is to the right. See if they bring him in motion. They're not going to be a handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go. Ryan gets swarmed under. Watson on the tackle, I believe. Going to be a loss of a couple on the play. Going to make it third down and 9.
Ball is at the Golden Bear, 43-yard line, third down.
Skinny formation to the left with with a slot that way. Now they're going to run motion, and they're going to be a reverse coming this way. Well read by the Golden Bears. Individual effort is going to be enough for a first down. Breaks out of 2 tackles. Jacob Duran had him. Damian Wolf had him. Powers through it. That's going to be Krieger on the carry.
That was just good running by Krieger, man.
He had 1, 2, 3 broken tackles before Aiden Wallace finally shoves him out of bounds. I tell you, from a defensive coaching standpoint, it's just got to be maddening that you're doing everything right. We're getting them in 3rd and long and just can't get ourselves off the field. Slot to the left. Kruger back to pass, looking downfield, steps up, going deep, has a man, going to be incomplete. Gerke on was the intended. Wallace, good defense that time, chases him, gets himself in the way, no interference.
Nice ball thrown too.
It was a beautiful pass. Stepped into it, nice throw, good defense. You know, there's sometimes you just have to look and go, your Y played a little better than my X, and that was the case that time. Slot to the left. 2nd down, 10. And it's going to be Ryan on the carry, wrapped up, brought down after very little gain, no gain on the play. You ran on the tackle for the Golden Bears.
For the most part, the Bears have done pretty decent on designed runs. It's the trick plays and the passes that have done them in so far.
3rd and 10. Let's see if we can get off the field this time. Maybe 4 down territory. And, you know, that whole thing about Archbold keeping things vanilla, well, they showed they weren't going to keep it vanilla on that last 3rd down with that reverse.
Yep.
Trips to the field side to the left, 1 to the right. Ryan in the backfield with Kruger. Bryan in 3 down linemen. They're bringing pressure off the edge. Big pass over the middle. Really great catch that time by Piercefield.
Whoa, that was a nice catch right there.
Used every bit of his 6'1" frame to go up and get that one.
Wow.
High pointed the ball. 1st and goal again inside the 5, and again giving up a 3rd down conversion.
1st and goal for the Bluestreaks from the Golden Bear 5-yard line.
I believe that now makes Archbold 5 for 5 on 3rd downs in this quarter. Kruger takes a snap, going to pitch it out to Ryan. Ryan picks his way, goes into the end zone untouched. He made that one look easy.
So the turnovers come back to bite the Bears with a score after a interception.
And we're at under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Bryan's had the ball for 2 plays.
Yep.
Roger on to try the extra point. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 4:55 to go here in the first quarter, Archbold 14, your Golden Bears nothing on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Welcome back here to Bluestreaks Stadium. Archbold leading Bryan 14-0. 4:55 to go here in the first quarter. Bryan's only run 2 offensive plays. Defense has been really solid for 2 plays. Every
series. We just can't get off the field on third down. I think they're 5 for 5 on third down now. 2 of those first downs were the result of roughing the passer penalties on the Golden Bears. Be nice to get one, take some time off the clock here and put something on the board for the Golden Bears. Carlin and Gonzalez back deep for the Golden Bears. Roger runs up, boots it end over end. This one's going to be taken by Gonzalez at the 10, at the 20. Met brought down at the 25.
Looked like the ball might have come loose when he went down too, but Bears got it back.
Take a look at it here on our Welling Construction replay. Right up the seam.
Nope, he held it.
Kept the hold of it. I thought it popped too, partner. First and 10 at the 25. Trips left for the Golden Bears. Carlin gets the handoff, and he's going to go to the weak side to the right, spins out over the 25 to about the 26. Williams on the tackle for the Bluestreaks. Going to call it second down and 8.
Ray Garcia also in on the tackle for the Bluestreaks. 2-yard gain, second and 8. Second down.
Slot to the field side for Bryan, which is on their left. Going to run the H-back in motion. Snap comes. Ball's going to go to Carlin. He hesitates. Hole closes up on him. Had a little bit of daylight. Gets another couple. Going to break up, I believe, third and a long 6 for the Golden Bears. Scoreboard's got him at 3rd and 7. Short 7, long 6, I believe.
Yeah.
Ball is at the Bryan 28-yard line, third down.
On our main stop of Northwest Ohio scoreboard, clock rolling inside 3:40, 14-0. Golden Bears open when you need them. You're always near a main stop with Thirsty Thursday every Thursday. McGill back to pass, waiting. Pocket begins to break down, wrapped up and brought down. Going to be back inside the 25 to the 22. Big sack on the play. Going to make it 4th and 13 for the Golden Bears. Jacob Uran going to be on to punt.
Krieger, number 2. Ryan, number 5. Deep.
Krieger and Ryan back deep. One where Jacob needs to get a good one here. Don't want to go down 3 early.
Is back for punt for the Golden Bears.
Going to be almost gets it blocked. Ball is on the ground. It's loose. Bryan gets it.
That was beautiful. Nice job there coming in. Was that Connor Hogan that came in and got that?
Connor got it. Connor Hogan recovers it. Not sure what happened. Jacob almost gets the punt block, gets it off. Ball goes down. They call for the fair catch. Hits him right in the face mask. And Connor Hogan recovers. First down, Golden Bears at the 39. Finally, we get a break that goes our way. I don't know if he lost it in the lights or what happened there, but that hit him square in the face mask. Now it's going to be a run up the middle. I believe we got Wolf in the game on the offensive side of the ball. We went to our 2-back set. He powers forward to the 45. 44-yard line.
What's really important here is Archbold, for the most part, turned it over there, even though it's not really counted as a turnover. But the Bears need to capitalize.
We do. Well, no, technically that's a fumbled punt.
Yeah.
So that is a turnover.
Yep.
So that's technically a fumbled punt. Slot coming in motion this way. 2 backs in the backfield, which has been the most effective Golden Bear offense this season. Going to be a delay to Carlin. He gets to the outside, pushing towards first down
Real
territory.
close there.
Going to be really close. They're going to mark him at the 50, right at the 49. It's going to be really tight. They're going to say he's short. Going to mark him out of bounds at the 48. 3rd down, 1 to go for the Golden Bears. I think this is Damian Wolf territory. Do you think it's Damian Wolf
Yeah, I think it's
territory?
Damian Wolf territory for sure.
And it's going to be Wolf, and he gets the first down, pushing in to Blue Streak territory, ball at the 48-yard line. First down and 10, Golden Bears. We needed that one. Clock stopped at 1:20 as we get the chain set. Now it's rolling at 1:19. Hudson Wheeler wide to the left, slot to the right, two backs behind McGill. Now they're going to run Carlin in bubble motion. They're going to give it to Wolf up the middle. And he powers his way forward to about the 41, 42-yard line where he's going to be marked down.
Just a couple short of the first down. Nice hard running there from Damian Wolf.
Going to give him 8 on the carry. They'll mark him at the 41-yard line. Second down, 2 to go. Wallace in motion coming this way. Power pressure coming up the middle. Carlin gets to the edge, to the outside, inside the 40. Enough for a first down. Going to be marked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. One of the things that Archbold did that time, they obviously watched some film last week with Wasion as we had real trouble picking up pressure up the A-gap. They brought the pressure up the A-gap. We pitched it to the outside. Nice play call.
Got the double back system in again.
See if we're going to get one, or are we just going to let it go to the quarter? Golden Bears going to let this one go to the quarter. At the end of the first quarter, Archbold 14, your Bryan Golden Bears nothing on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Bryan's got the ball at the 35-yard line as we start the second quarter. First down and 10. Elsewhere in the NWAL, Swanton 7, Patrick Henry nothing, Evergreen 14, Delta nothing, and Liberty Center 21. Wasion nothing. Pass over the middle, caught by Uran. Krieger making up for his fumble. Stopped him right on the spot. But I tell you, Jacob Uran's become a weapon these last couple of weeks. He's fitting into that H-back slash tight end slot really, really well.
Not the tallest of kids, 6'1", 185, but he's a good target out there.
Second down, 2 to go on that 8-yard completion. Back to one back, and it's Wolf. And Wolf runs into a wall, going to push forward for about 1. Going to bring up third down and a little less than 2. Going to mark it officially no gain on the play. 3rd and 2 for the Golden Bears. Third and 2. Go back to the 2-back set, slot to the boundary side. And again, rush coming right up the middle. Carlin escapes. Stiff arm spins down inside. We're marked right at the 20-yard line. First down, Golden Bears. Another nice hard run by Cade Carlin. Look here, the pressure comes up the middle, escapes out of one tackle, spins out of another one, gives a little stiff arm.
Would you ever have seen Cade Carlin at the beginning of the year being this elusive? I mean,
No.
he has done a great job when he got shifted to the running back. He's very elusive.
Running back, and when he's out slot receiver, he's become a real weapon on this team. Going to be Wolf up the middle. He breaks out of a couple tackles. Going to get just a couple on the play. Hard yards for Damian. But no, Cade Carlin took being moved out of the starting quarterback spot and actually improved his season. He's been an incredibly impressive multi-weapon for Coach. Look for big things from him next year from his senior year. He's going to be one of the weapons that are going to be tough to stop in the NWAL next season. Put motion to the left. Pass over the middle. And again, incomplete. Third down and 8 to go for Bryan now. Again, another well-read play that time on the defensive side of the ball as Joseph Williams almost jumped and picked that one off from his linebacker position. This time we're going to go with the single back with Damian. Carlin is going to be slot to the left. Trips to the left, one receiver to the right. And it's going to be Wolf up the middle. Going to get down to about the 16-yard line. We're bringing up 4th down and 5 for the Golden Bears. Spread them out and try to get the run up the middle.
Parker Mixler also on the tackle. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 4th and 6 for the Golden Bears.
I'm going to call it officially 4th and 6 with the ball at the 16-yard line. One back, Wallace in. See if he's going to stay in to block on this one. Looking to see if they bring pressure, and they don't. They roll, throw it out into the flat, and the pass is dropped. Wallace had it, turned to run before he had it. Incomplete, turnover on downs. Archbold escapes.
And the turnover, the difference in the game so far is the turnover for Archbold, for the Bears led to Archbold points, and the inverse was not true.
And again, it's the same situation that we had last week. We moved the ball really well between the 20s. Once we get into that 20-yard line, things seem to fall apart. Two receivers to the narrow side of the field, to the boundary. Going to run the H-back in motion. Kruger takes a snap. He's back to pass. Looks to the right. Pass is caught, completed once again to Piercefield. Nice tackle that time in the open field.
Tell you what, the Bears were just not in the vicinity to make that tackle at all. Piercefield, I don't know where he found him. He must have started out his route and just stopped.
Yeah.
And then let everybody else blow by.
Yep. Cade gave him a little bit of a cushion that time. And a nice job to come in and make the tackle after the catch, only giving up 4. Going to be Ryan up the middle. Nowhere to go. Going to give him about a yard on the play. Going to mark him down at the 24-yard line. Gets the yard, going to give him a couple. 3rd down 2 from the 24.
Ball's at the Archbold 24-yard line, 3rd down.
Slots to both sides. Going to be a quarterback run. Rufinock comes in at quarterback.
He got close to the first down.
But they're going to mark him short.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're going to give it to him.
And that's the 1st and 10 for the Bluestreaks.
Rufinock, the backup quarterback, comes in for a quarterback power run.
We've seen that a little bit when they bring Damian Wolf in, or earlier in the season they brought Carter Dominic up.
in to run that power, quarterback power. Rufinock, the sophomore, the heir apparent to the senior Kruger. 1st and 10, Archbold. Kruger back to pass. Pocket holds for him.
Who dropped?
Dropped that time.
Pierceville doesn't. I've watched Pierceville now for 4 years, and he does not do that often.
He doesn't drop. He's a heck of a receiver. And, you know, and it did hit him right in the hands.
And when you look at that again, that play, they had the running back, Ryder Ryan, right there. You can see him in the middle of the defense. If he had gone there, that would have been a good play too.
Second down, 10 to go. Clock stopped at 7:13 to go here in the first half. Archbold 14, Bryan nothing. Trips to the left. Ryan takes the handoff. He picks his way up over the 30. Going to mark him down at the 32. Watson with the tackle for the Golden Bears. 3rd and 4 for Archbold.
For the Bluestreaks, the ball is at the Archbold 32-yard line, 3rd down.
$18 on the play clock. 6:40 on the game clock. 14-0 on the scoreboard. Kruger fakes the handoff. They run the screen. They run the Bryan screen. Ryan's going to get enough for a first down, I believe. Gets a good spot, but he gets a first down. And once again, we have not got off the field on 3rd down all night, partner.
We have not. They're perfect from 3rd down.
I think that now makes them 8 for 8, I believe, on the night.
I'll let you know at halftime.
I'll let you know at halftime. That sounds good to me. But it seems like it's about 30 for 30, but I know they haven't run that many plays, and that's an ESPN show. Trips to the far side. Now they're going to run Ryan out there, and they're going to be a quarterback power. Rufinocht on, gets a nice little run. Going to get it out to the 45, 2nd and 2. Empty the backfield. Rufinocht, just a quarterback draw. You know, it's tough to look at that play. That looks like the Jace Kepler play right there.
It does, absolutely.
Connor Hogan brings them down. They're going to mark him at the 44, 2nd and 3. So what we've seen, if number 10 goes back in at quarterback, he's going to run the ball. Kruger takes a snap this time, and the ball's on the ground, and I believe Bryan gets it back. Bryan does.
Yes, they did, right at the 40. Oh, let's see if we got that on replay. Oh.
And Cooper Beltran just pushes him off and takes it away.
Wow, nice job there by Cooper. What a difference the Bears have by having him in there.
So 2nd turnover of the night for the Golden Bears. Let's see if we can capitalize this time. Have it on the 44, just under 5.5 to go here in the first half. Bryan trailing Archbold 14-0. Wallace and Weber to the right, one back in the backfield this time. And Carlin's going to get it, and this time he's going to be drugged down from behind. Williams sniffed that one out from his linebacker position, crashed through. Second down, 14 to go for the Golden Bears.
Boy, again, the Bears have gotten turnovers, and they just have not been able to capitalize. And we saw this against Swanton. The Swanton had 7 turnovers, but Bryan capitalized on turnovers.
Pressure comes up the middle, and it's going to be a throwback screen the other way. It's going to be incomplete. One of the things that has happened this year for the Golden Bears, last year that play surprised people. It really looks like this year that play was so well scouted because Jason Sam ran it to perfection. And I think that it's so well scouted, we really have not had a screen pass that's done much of anything all season long. Puts Bryan well behind the sticks, 3rd and 14. McGill has Carlin, first down, nice skinny post, down to the 20, in right at the 20, they're going to mark him. What a wonderful pitch and catch that time. Carlin runs a skinny post, found a spot in the zone. The seam was open.
That's a freshman throwing that ball. Can you imagine in a couple years?
I'm thinking next year when you got a sophomore to a senior out
Yep.
there, that play's going to go for something. First down, Bryan. And this time it's going to be Carlin up the middle, spins, powers forward, driving inside the 15 to the 14. Nice first down play that time for the Golden Bears. Just not much of a hole there at all, and Cade is able to slip his way into it, move his hips a little bit, gets yards. Nice pickup for the Golden Bears. Second down 4 for Bryan, ball inside the 15. Two backs in the backfield. It's going to be Wolf this time. Picks his way. He's got a seam inside the 10. Going to mark him down at the 6-yard line. First and goal for the Golden Bears. Nice run that time by Damian. Follows Cade's block. Gets that little bit of crease. Moves it forward. Our Welling construction replay showed that one developed nicely. Carlin looking for some place to go. Stutters, gets wrapped up, brought down at about the 9-yard line. They're going to say went the wrong way on that play again. Sniffed out really well by this Blue Streak defense, getting lots of helmets to the ball.
They were not fooled at all, but I want to go back to that play that Wolf had. Just nice off-tackle running and, found the outside, and those have been some hard yards for him this year.
And it's one of the things that I don't think we've talked about Carlin and how hard he's running and the routes he's running when he's out of that slot. But he's been a really nice lead blocker for Damian as well. We've got a timeout on the field. Timeout. Golden Bears will take one with them. 14-0 Archbold, 2:55 to go in the first half. You're on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
415-069. 415.
Welcome back. Must have been a wrong score that came on my little score bug. PH is 26-0 over Swanton. It wasn't the 7-0 the other way. Evergreen 14, Delta nothing. And Liberty Center now 28-0 over Wauseon. 14-0 here at Blue Streak Stadium as your Golden Bears are driving. Second down, goal to go on the 9. 2:55 to go, trailing Archbold 14-0. Two backs, slot to the left, to the wide side of the field. Pressure looks like it's coming from Archbold, and it is. They get out and just throws it over Cade's head. A lot of pressure coming that time. But again, so many times we have rolled a freshman quarterback to his weak side, and the tendency is to throw it short. But the problem is if you don't throw it short, then you get stressed out and you end up throwing it hard, and that one just went a little bit hot with the pressure coming on McGill.
Yeah, and that's a freshman mistake, as you said.
Third down, goal to go, the ball at the 9-yard line. McGill takes this one, drops back to pass, looks to the flag. He's got someone in the corner. Just incomplete.
I like the call, though. I like the call a lot.
Gets the pressure. Nice throw. Has him wide open in the corner, just out of reach.
And, they had the defense beat, as you'll see here on or you saw on the replay. He just threw it wide.
And we are going to take a shot at a field goal. The first field goal attempt of the year for Jacob Uran. Weber on the hold. Bryan trying to get on the board. A 24-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up. And it is good. Jacob Uran with his first field goal of the year. 14-3. Archbold here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
I have a problem.
Welcome back. You know what, partner? I got to tell you, seeing 3 points on the scoreboard makes my cold, dark heart happy. It just makes me so happy. Jacob Uran has been out warming up every day and booting field goals, and finally to get in a position where he gets a chance to do it, and he drilled it from 24, and that would have been good from 34. 14-3 now, Bluestreaks. Well, they're not looking at us as trying it onside. We did it last week. They don't have the hands team in. They've only got 4 up. And Jacob's going to boot it deep. Ball's going to bounce. Trouble picked up by Ryan at the 12. Wrapped up, brought down from behind Connor Hogan. It's amazing what happens when you recover one fumble. You get excited on that punt. Connor Hogan was flying.
He was flying down there.
First down, 10 to go on the 24-yard line for the Bluestreaks. 2:37 to go here in the first half. Cougars going to roll. Blitz coming from Wolf. The ball's going to be incomplete.
That was
Piercefield had
scary.
it, and he got absolutely destroyed. Let's look at the Welling construction replay.
Ooh, nice job there. Was that?
That was Cade
Carlin to blow that up.
Cade Carlin came in and blew that pass up. You know, we talked on that last drive that he found that little spot and got Cade going backwards. Cade was coming forward that time. Big hit to dislodge the pass. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Pressure coming off the edge. He's got a man downfield over top of everybody.
That's Piercefield again, and he got loose. Bears had the other 2 receivers well covered, but Piercefield got behind the defense there.
We went too deep that time, and he split the seam. Same play, the same defense that Carlin got open on basically the same play. 3rd down 10. We have not got off the field yet on 3rd down. This would be a big one to get the ball back, give the Bears another chance to go get some points on the board. Going to empty the backfield. Trips to the right, 2 to the left. And we got a timeout called. Timeout Bluestreaks. We'll take a timeout with them. 14-3, Archbold, 2:25 to go in the first half.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Welcome back here to Bluestreak Stadium. 14-3, 3rd down, 10 to go for the Bluestreaks here late in the first half. Liberty Center stretches their lead to 35-0 over Wauseon. Pillier 20, Hilltop 6. Defiance 8, OG 3, Ottawa Hills 14, Eden 7, Evergreen 14, Delta's got on the board 7, PH 26, Swanton nothing.
I think Defiance has to win to get into the playoffs.
It's going to be really close for them. They have not had the season that they thought they were going to have down at Fred J. Brown. Trips to the right. Kruger's going to roll to the right. Pressure coming, throwing back to the left. Underthrow, Duran almost had it intercepted. So I want you to put this into perspective here, folks, as we watch this on the Welling Construction replay. Jacob Duran has played defensive tackle, defensive end. He's played linebacker. He's played the H-back, he's punting and kicking extra points and field goals and almost had himself a pick that time. Our Twins back deep. Punt is high, barely gets it off a low line driver, and that ball's on the ground. I think Bryan got this one back.
Oh.
The Bluestreaks have it. Tough punt that time.
I'm curious. I want to see the replay here. I'm curious if they gave him the yardage to catch it. That was close. Don't they have to give him a few yards to catch it?
He called for the fair catch, and I thought you had to give him a bubble. Gonzalez fumbles it, gives it back to Archbold. We've had 2 muffed punts in this one. Don't see many muffed punts all season. 2 in the first half here tonight. See if Archbold can take advantage of the turnover. And it's going to be Rufinock in, and he's going to take off over the left side. He's got space down deep into Golden Bear territory, brought down at about the 20.
First down, we have a flag on the play.
And it's going to come back.
Holding on Archbold.
Holding against the Bluestreaks.
Well, I'll take that one because, I mean, I really feel like that punt was
not given an opportunity.
Yeah. Gage Phillips with a great tackle, touchdown saving tackle. Obviously doesn't matter with the penalty, but.
So it's going to be first down, 15 to go. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Rufinock coming back in. Let's see if he's going to be at quarterback or go to receive. Back in and he's going to hand it off this time. Ryan inside the 50, back to the original line of scrimmage at the 49. I'm going to give him an extra yard.
First,
at the.
Sorry, this is the first time Rufinock came in and handed it off.
Kruger coming back into the game. Second down, 9 to go. Clock rolling inside a minute 20. Slot right, one single receiver to the left. Kruger back, blitz coming in his face, has to throw it away. Good pressure that time. Logan Carter in that time. Third down, 9. Clock stopped now at a minute 10. Kruger's made some really good plays, but he's been hit a lot tonight back there. The Golden Bears are getting pressure on the quarterback, something we've not done a lot of this season. Jamison Longoria in playing nose guard. Haven't seen him on defense a ton this year. Kruger's going to roll, throw back, finds the receiver. Piercefield again. Flag's going to come in. I think they're going to get a 5-yard face mask that time. Going to be a 5-yard face mask. I'm not sure which one of the Golden Bears got him, but 2 people came in high on him. And once again,
they're going to do a personal foul. I don't know about that one.
I don't either.
Can we run that one back again?
Piercefield finds that spot. Nice throw by Kruger. There's one. Yep. It's a personal foul. Watson got him around the face mask, and you saw the head come around. Unintentional, but it's what happens when you go high. So now clock with 1 minute and rolling here in the first half. Archbold with 2 timeouts to go. Trips to the right. Ryan in the backfield with Kruger. Kruger back to pass. They leave Ryan in to pick up the pressure. Kruger in trouble. Flushed. Tries to get to the sideline. Keeps it in bounds. Got to be honest, he made a mistake there. Should have stepped out of bounds, saved the clock. Tried to get the extra yard. See if Archbold's going to take a timeout, and it looks like they do.
We have a flag on the play.
Going to be another hold against Archbold.
Holding will be the call against the Bluestreaks.
That's going to back them up 10. And that's one where the rule change from a couple years ago helps them out, because that would have been a big penalty. Clock rolling now, 40 seconds. First down and a bunch from the 32. Play action. Once again, Kruger in trouble. Finds a receiver on the screen. Well read by Defiance.
Brian, you mean?
Brian. I'm
That's
tired.
the first one you've done the entire season.
Wait till the last game. We got a timeout called. Timeout, Archbold. Wait till the last game of the
Thunderbird
season
back in
and
with
do
the
it.
blue flashes. I'm expecting a blue flashes yet tonight.
Now that you do that, I look at those blue uniforms. I'm going to call them the Kent Golden flashes before tonight's
this
over.
is the Jim Thunderberg. When Jim and I did games, at least once, if not 5 times a game, he would call these guys the blue flashes. In fact, we had there were some people down in Columbus, alumni, that were listening, and every time that happened, something else happened down there. So,
it's been a long week.
I hear you, brother.
19 seconds to go here in the first half. 14-3 Archbold, and I think we got to be really honest. Archbold plays really well.
Mm-hmm.
They're a solid ball team, but we gave them the first 7 points.
Yep.
2 roughing the passer penalties. 3 penalties for Bryan, 3 15-yard penalties tonight for the Golden Bears. Trying to sneak a player onto the sideline. They break the huddle, and receiver doesn't go inside the numbers. Bryan sniffs him out. Kruger back to pass. Pressure coming again, floats it deep. Well read that time. Great defense by Aiden Wallace. High pointed that ball, knocks it down.
Aiden Wallace with the defense in the secondary for the Golden Bears. It'll be 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11 now for the Bluestreaks. 13 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball at the 23-yard line. 3rd down, 11 to go for the Bluestreaks. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Ruffinack, Kruger in the backfield. Passes out into the flat, complete. Finds some blocking, pulls inside, marked down inside the 5 at about the 3. Nice catch by Evan Wendt.
And that's another first down for the Bluestreaks. Spot the ball at the Bryant.
They're going to call him down at the 4. 1st and goal for the Bluestreaks, 5 seconds to go. They've got a good kicker.
Yes, they do.
Do you give them a chance to take this lead back to 14?
I would
or do you
kick it.
take a shot?
I would kick it. But I'm not coaching football, so, I mean.
Well, I think if we were at the collegiate or the professional level, I think that the computer would tell us to kick.
Right.
To stretch the lead. But who are they running on now? They're not running the kicker on. So I think they look like they're going to.
Kruger's coming back out.
I'm not sure if he's the holder. Ruffinack's coming out.
Ruffinack's coming out.
So I'm looking for a quarterback run here. And Brian's going to take a timeout. Nice little chess match there.
Yep.
Coach came out, wanted to see what they were doing, make them commit themselves. Now the Streaks are out of timeouts. Brian's got 1 left with 5 seconds to go here in the first half. Now let's see if they change it up and either have Kruger come on or if they come out and have Ruffinack try to power it in.
They both have been successful tonight.
They have. They really have. We'll see if we can get updates on scores while we're here waiting. Liberty Center now 42, Wauseon nothing. Center's going to get to rest their starters for their first round playoff game. (14-7) Evergreen Delta still in PH and Swanton still 26-0. Now they're coming out, and Kruger's coming onto the field. all sorts of confusion about who's in and who's out for the Bluestreaks. Kruger in the gun, looks, throws, incomplete.
Wait. Okay, I thought he said is complete.
Yeah, incomplete. I was going to say, if they called that complete, then they need to go to Tri-State Vision. If they called that one complete, I could see it bounce up here. Now they are going to bring on the kicker. Roger in to try the extra point, a 21-yarder. With 2 seconds to go, it'll be the last play of the half. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. The kick is good. At the end of the first half, folks, a battle of field goal kickers in the second quarter.
Exactly.
But it's 17-3 Archbold over your Golden Bears as we come to the end of the first half. Oh, what a half.
Fast-paced. It was fast-paced.
Fast-paced half. And, you know, other than a couple of muff punts and some really bad penalties from Bryan on that opening drive, it's been a pretty solid ball game by both teams. And it's nice to see kind of a more evenly matched game for the Golden Bears here.
Let's take a quick timeout before the marching band goes here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Welcome back here to Bluestreaks Stadium as the marching Golden Bears waiting for the refs to roll the clock so they can start their final marching performance of this football season. There we go. Clock's rolling now as we begin our halftime with the marching Golden Bears.
For our cultural show 2.0, we open by introducing you to the term leitmotif. And leitmotif is a recurring musical signature that helps the listener recall a moment, theme, character, or emotion each time it is played. Our opener was composed by John Williams. It is one of the most recognizable leitmotifs of film music ever written. It evokes feelings of adventure, heroism, and nostalgia through the use of a bold brass fanfare. From 1977, here is the Bryan Marching Band performing the Star Wars main theme. Is known for its cultural impact. It's an upbeat and feel-good song with a retro vibe, and it became widely popular as an anthem of rebellion and freedom. It has been featured in commercials, TV shows, and other media, cementing its place in modern pop culture. Similar to how Star Wars music has transcended the films themselves, here is Portugal the Man's Feel It Still. The leitmotif of our closer has had a cultural impact on horror film scores. It was written in a 5/4 time signature, giving it an unsettling feel. The simplicity of the composition makes it haunting as the leitmotif of Michael Myers mirrors his slow, methodical movements in the film. His leitmotif is now associated with the horror genre music. Here is the Bryan Marching Band show closer, the theme to the 1978 horror film, Halloween. Welcome back here to Bluestreaks Stadium. 17-3, Archbold over Bryan here at the half. We're going to send that away from a word from our sponsors. We'll be back with stats as we get ready for second half action on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Of something that you've done, so it changes from person to person.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, halftime 17-3 in favor of the Archbold Bluestreaks. And we're not going to really have stats. We're still catching up on some stats here. Had some issues with technology, and we're going to keep it up here, but you know, it's been an interesting half, couple of turnovers, and I think the real difference in the game is Archbold's been able to capitalize on Bryan turnovers, and Bryan has not been able to capitalize on Archbold turnovers. And we've had 2 muff punts in the game, we've had 2 field goals in the game, so just a different football game than you would normally see.
All right, I did my research. Detective Dave was on the case. The one person in the Bryan band that wears the golden plume, it's an award that rotates from person to person each week based on something that they've done.
Wow.
So now inquiring minds had to know. So thanks for filling in, partner, while I got the scoop. So now we can let everybody know that the Golden Plume is a good thing.
The Golden Plume is a good thing. It's not somebody that forgot
It's not something that forgot they're wrong, or it's not like a Scarlet A. It's actually an award thing. So we know what the Golden Plume is on the band. So when you see them on the field next year, the person with the Golden Plume has done something well, outstanding during the week.
And speaking of the band, if you want to hear all the halftime shows live and in person, Sunday, 2 p.m., Bryan High School Gym, we've got the Sounds of the Stadium concert. I love the Sounds of the Stadium concert, one of my favorite concerts to do of the year. It just gets everybody in the gym and they go through the shows, and it's a lot of fun.
And, that brings us to the next point. This is going to bring the fall season for Bryan Sports to a close. We'll bring down the curtain on everything as both soccer teams went down this week in their district play. But what an outstanding season for both of our teams. To lose eventually, both of them lost to the number 2 team in the state in their district finals. So hats off to the Bryan soccer program, both men's and women's. Great season all the way around.
Yeah, and especially, I have a special affinity for the boys team, but the girls team, lost so many people off that team last year, and it was going to be a rebuilding year. And, what's a rebuilding year? You get to the district semifinal and lose to the number 2 team in the state.
It's not bad. And you've got the goalie of the year and the runner-up to goalie of the year on the boys' side. So, a good overall season. Cross-country, golf, tennis, cross-country.
Well, cross-country's still going. They actually are at regionals this weekend.
They do have regionals this weekend. But this will bring the end to the football season, and we'll be back with Bryan Sports. There's all sorts of other stuff going on, as Chris said. But we'll be back with Bryan Sports when we get to the winter season and all the basketball, wrestling, and all the stuff that goes along with that.
So we'll have 10 boys games, 10 girls basketball games. We'll have a wrestling match and 2 swim meets this year. And we are looking for sponsors. Again, this program, even though it is the Bryan City School District, it is really a self-sustaining program. So we live through sponsorships and donations. So if you're interested in becoming a sponsor, shoot me a message, chris@bryansports.com, and I'll be glad to get you information.
Because it is one of the things that when we go on the road, and, we're going to pull back the curtain here and let people see the emperor a little bit. When we go on the road with this, almost every place that we go, people talk about what an incredible job this is and what other schools are aspiring to get to in their program. So, from the beginnings at BMU to what Chris and Tony did to now what's going on in the schools, and, I'm just truly humbled and honored to be just a part of this. It's just such a cool thing, and to be able to see what we're able to put out for folks each week, 2, 3, 4 times a week, especially in the fall, is an amazing thing. And I don't think that most people understand that for about 9 months out of the year, Chris, you don't get a whole lot of sleep. You're going all the time. And, Tony, even away in Pittsburgh now, is helping us make sure that we get our stats program up and running, helping us troubleshoot. So it's a great production all the way around. Krista turning the knobs, even having to bring her dad in last week to do a little bit of work on the side. It's just a wonderful production staff, and it's just the season flies by. It's so much fun, and Jim asked me today about the difficulty of getting excited for a team that's 1-8 going to the last game, and I'm like, don't understand. We just have fun doing it, Jim. You get that. It doesn't always have to be the wins that are the important thing. And, I'm still holding out hope that we make some adjustments at halftime. We take this kickoff to start the second half, drive it down, make it 17-10, which is going to make some folks on the home stands a little bit anxious with their Bluestreaks only up 7 in this one.
Yeah.
So we're still working through stats. We're going to send it away for a message from our sponsors on our halftime break. We'll come right back. We'll give you scores from around the area and take a look at a little bit of our first half action. You're on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veterans Service Office.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan Built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan Built.
I'm Tom Turnbull of Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused, celebrating our 100th anniversary, 2022.
It's great working with family. The relationship we have with one another allows us to focus on your family and help guide you through the planning process.
We focus in on your family's needs to make sure that everything is done the way that you and your family want.
Right now, our family wants a Golden Bear victory.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Welcome back here to Bluestreaks Stadium. We'll take a look at some scores from around the area and, well, around the country. Top of the first in Los Angeles, New York, and the Dodgers, no score. Tenora, 21, Edgerton, nothing. Liberty Center, 45, Wauseon, nothing. Elida, 28, Van Wert, 13.
They're playing the drums with fire.
Okay, so much for not letting the students.
I'm sorry, I interrupt you. That is cool.
And we've got a flamethrower out there at midfield. That's really cool.
Wow, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's just really cool. Wayne Trace 35, Ayersville 6, Defiance 8-3 over Ottawa Glandorf at halftime. Montpelier now 33, Hilltop 6. Ottawa Hills 28, Eden 14. Evergreen Delta 14-7. PH 33, Swanton nothing. Oh. And none of the drummers got burned, so it's a good day here at Bluestreaks Stadium.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
And look at this person that's out there just carrying the stick of fire just off the field. Doesn't even put it out.
The firefighter in me is having all sorts of anxiety right now.
He is. I'm sure he is. Wow, that's impressive.
Oh, team should be coming out here in a second. A nice halftime presentation by both bands here tonight. As Bryan ended their season with a Halloween theme show.
Yep.
And a movie presentation from the Blue Streak Band. So the bands came out, did their thing. Football teams will be coming back out to do their thing here in just a couple of minutes. Well, partner, it's been a good season.
Yes.
I mean, we haven't seen the scores on the scoreboard that have been the way we want. We haven't seen the wins and losses the way we want. But I think that anybody who's followed with us from those first couple of games into that juggernaut part of our schedule, and you look at our last 3 or 4 weeks, yes, there's only been one win come out of it.
Yep.
But this team has gotten much better, and we're moving the ball.
Yeah.
You look at the NWOAL statistics, and we've got folks leading or up near the top in the top 5 or 6 in all sorts of offensive categories. We've got the person with the number 1 amount of receptions in the NWOL. We've got the number 3 or 4 running back in the NWOAL. We've got 2 quarterbacks. If you put them together, are number 3 or 4 in the NWOAL. Yep. So the offense is coming around, and it was really rocky there for a few weeks as we were transitioning to a freshman quarterback. But you see what the goal is, and you see us taking steps towards that goal each week. We're going to be a tough out for teams next year.
Yeah, we are. I mean, and this team is only going to grow. They're only going to get better. The youth will, will be more experienced. And then to think about this 8th grade team that has won back-to-back NWAL tournaments.
Haven't lost in 2 years.
Haven't lost in 2 years, and they have, they've got a.
35 kids.
Yeah, 35 kids is what I'm going to say.
So, if we get a big chunk of those to come out next year with us only graduating 5, we're going to go from dressing, 37 on our roster. And for the last couple of weeks, we've only dressed 30 people because of injuries. So when we get to that and we look next year that there's a possibility that, we graduate 5 and we pick up 30, And that's not counting, folks around school who are looking at football and going, okay, I want to be a part of this. This is cool. Kids getting their friends to come out and play. That I think next year we'll see Bryan dressing the 45 to 50 kids that we should be dressing. And the talent level goes just a little bit deeper. And, it's one of the things with such a thin roster, coaches talked about it. We don't just get to have somebody go down injured and bring the number 2 guy in. When somebody goes down injured for us, it means that we're moving 3 people around instead of just having one person come in and plug into that spot. With Beltran out for the first 2 games of the season at tackle, that means Connor Hogan had to move from guard to tackle. That meant that Reed, who had never played guard before the first game of the season, had to come out and play guard instead of play running back. And so we're moving all sorts of pieces around. About 2 minutes to go before we kick off this second half. Both teams are back on the field as we're doing the cha-cha slide here as our halftime. Bryan gets the ball to start the second half. Why don't we take our last halftime break, and we'll come back ready for second half action on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back. Officials out on the field talking about this second half action. Bryan getting ready to receive the kick here for the last half of football for this Golden Bears senior class. And it's tough. You and I talked about it a little bit before the game, partner, that, it was good of Coach Beauty and who gets it from kids. Wasn't in a hurry to get people out of the stadium last night after the district final game. Let teams stay on the field, take pictures and do things like that. There's something that happens when the whistle blows or the third out's made or the horn goes off in basketball for that last time in your high school career that is something that you're never going to get back.
Yeah, absolutely. And, particularly with me and the soccer team, 6 seniors on that soccer team that have, they transform the culture of the team. I can't think of another team that I've seen.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's something special. And it is something that you don't get back. As a big track guy, I was blessed to run the last race at the state meet long after all of our other sports had ended their spring season. And I still remember crossing the finish line and just sitting down and wow, it's over. And I'm never again going to put on this jersey. I'm never going to, again, be able to do the things that I do. And so for 5 of these young men for the Golden Bears, yes, they'll have other sports as the season goes on. But, you think of Caden Oberlin, whose season came to an end last night, and season's going to come to an end tonight as he plays soccer and football.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rogers kicking off after he hit the field goal to close the half. Boots it deep, end over end. Carlin's going to take this one at the 10. Coming this way, out over the 20. Pushes forward to the 30. Nice hard run by Carlin. Going to be first down, Golden Bears at the 30-yard line. Another nice return for Cade Carlin.
Yeah, he's clutch. And I really would love him to sneak one. I don't want any more kickoffs for them because that means they've scored. But
exactly. Looks like no changes for Bryan coming out of the half. 2 backs in the backfield. Wallace slot to the right. Handoff's going to go up the middle. And it was just one of those really nice tackle by the Bluestreaks. Short gain on the play, maybe about one. You want to give him two. But it was a nice little jump cut. The problem was he cut in when he should have, or cut out when he should have cut in on that one. Second down, 8 to go, Golden Bears. McGill back to pass, looks deep. Little bit of a miscommunication that time between Weber and McGill. Weber cut it in, McGill threw it out. Third down, 8 to go for the Golden Bears. Swapping formations around now. Something we haven't seen a lot of. We're going to go 3 by 1. Little bit of confusion out there. Plenty of time on the play clock to get everybody set. McGill tries for a hard snap to get the Streaks to jump. Everyone stays in place. Going to be a pass out into the flat. Going to be complete to Weber. And he gets enough for a first down. Nice effort out there on the side. Couple of good blocks. Weber was able to get to the crease. Gets it outside. Pushes it forward for a Golden Bear first down. Out over the 40. I'm going to say at about the 42-yard line where he's pushed out of bounds.
It'll be first and 10. Golden Bears from their own 41.
Nice block that time by... That was Cade Carlin out there making that block on the edge. Trips to this side this time. And we're going to a little pop pass, complete to Carlin, another first down inside Blue Streak territory to about the 45-yard line.
And that's another first down for the...
Going to mark him at the 44, first down, 10 to go, Golden Bears in Blue Streak territory, 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 17-3, Archbold leading this one. And I was going to go up the middle to Wolf. He breaks out of an arm tackle. He pushes the pile forward. He's going to be close to another first down. Going to mark him just short of the 35. Going to mark him inside the 36. Going to bring up second down and a short 2.
Again, 9 on the play. It'll be second and 1 for the Bears. Ball is at the Archbold 36-yard line, second down.
Slot to the left. 2 backs in the backfield with McGill. Pressure coming this time. McGill pulls it down, looks, scrambles. He's going to get enough for a first down inside the 35 to about the 32. Brought pressure up the A gap. The protection was able to hold up just long enough to let Rhett get out of the pocket, scramble forward for a first down. First down 10, Golden Bears at the 32. Weber and Wallace split wide to the right. Wheeler to the left. McGill throws complete to Wolf. Not much room to go on that one. Going to mark him at about the 31. Going to give him a gain of about 1 on that play. Second down, 9 to go.
8 for the Golden Bears from the Archbold 31-yard line. Second down.
Slot left. Going to roll to the far side. Blitz comes. McGill gets it away.
That was scary.
Smart play that time to get rid of that one and just throw it at Carlin's feet.
It'll be third and 8 for the Golden Bears from the Archbold 31-yard line.
Pressure got through that time. Third down, 9 to go for the Golden Bears. 9:23 to go in the third quarter. I like the command from this young freshman as he's positioning his players around him out there. They're going to roll it back this side again, and this time they get it to Carlin. Well read by the Blue Streak defense. They're going to mark him down at the 30. Look here at the replay. Kind of ran the same play that didn't work last time, and the Blue Streaks were all over it. Fourth down and 8 to go now for the Golden Bears at the 30. One back, trips to the right. Going to run Carlin in motion to go 2x2. Pressure coming off the edge. McGill's in trouble. Throws it deep. Caught. Touchdown Golden Bears. A bobble and a gobble.
I think that bounced. Did that bounce off of a player?
If this was soccer, that would be an assist to Carlin. McGill steps up out of the pressure, jump pass off of Carlin's hands into Weber's hands. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
That's crazy.
That is 2 weeks in a row I've been able to give bobble and gobble, and I've been holding it all year. Another Golden Bear touchdown. This extra point by Oberlin is up, and it's good with 8:32 to go in the third quarter. Your score, Archbold 17, Bryan 10 on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
That is exactly what we need.
Yes, we did.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Discover top quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Welcome back. Nice way to start the half. We said that if we came out and got one early, that it put a lot of pressure on this Bluestreak team. They don't want to lose.
No, they don't.
They don't want to drop to a 13 or 14 seed. We know all about what it is to be a 13 seed, and nobody wants that. So Archbold's got a little bit of anxiety now. They know they're in the playoffs. They're playing for seed now. And nobody wants that 13 or 14 seed and have to go on the road 2 or 3 hours to play a 2 or 3 in the region. Duran gets the run up. Boots, a little low skipper, going to be picked up at the 25. And not a bad little coverage by Bryan to kind of put it into no man's land and make them play it. Beltran on the tackle.
Golden Bears, and that'll be a first down.
First down 10, Bluestreaks at the 31-yard line. Key for Bryan here in the third quarter is get off the field on third down. Bryan bringing pressure. They're going to give it to Ryan, who is wrapped up, dragged down by Jacob Duran from behind. They're going to give him no gain on the play.
It'll be second and 10 for the Bluestreaks. The ball is at the Archbold.
Jacob Duran comes around from that kind of, I guess we'd probably call him an edge player. Because he's listed as a defensive end, but we saw him breaking up passes downfield. He kind of plays that hybrid depending on which defense we're in. Charged in from that edge position that time, blew the play up from behind. No gain on the play, second down and 10. Pressure coming again. Once again, they're going to give it to Ryan. He's going to spin his way forward out over the 30 to about the 35. They're going to bring up 3rd and 6. Spizak on the tackle for the Golden Bears. And this is where we've run into trouble all night long, getting off the field on third down. Empty the backfield for the Bluestreaks. 3-by-2. Pressure coming off the edge again from the Golden Bears. And they found a nice pitch and catch. The pass is complete, but not enough for a first down. Watson met Ryan right at the catch at the 40, and it's going to bring up 4th and 1, and the Bluestreaks are going to bring out their punting unit. Second time tonight. And a couple of punts in this game, and they've both been muffed. See if we can just take this punt. Gets an end-over-end kick. Ball's going to bounce, and we're going to stay away from it, let it roll.
The ball will be down at the Golden Bear 26-yard
You know, I got to say, partner, I don't like just letting punts roll.
But that time,
after 2 muffed punts in the first half, one by each team, I'm like, yeah, I'm not even putting anybody back there. Just kick it and let it roll. Bryan takes over with a chance to tie this one. 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. Bryan takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26. Slot to the left, 2 backs with McGill. Going to be handed off. Here comes Carlin this way. Powers his way this time out over. Going to mark him just short of the 30. Right at the 30. Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 for the Golden Bears.
Second down.
Staying with the 2 backs. Now we're going to go 1 by 2 as we bring Aiden Wallace in motion to this side of the field, and we're going to run it this way. It's going to be Carlin again, turns his shoulders, gets upfield, out close to a first down at the 35. Going to bring up 3rd and short.
Williams there also, and that's a game that's 6 on the plate.
Right at the 35. 3rd and 1 for the Golden Bears. 3 down linemen for the Bluestreaks. Pressure's coming, and it's going to be Wolf, and he gets wrapped up in the backfield and brought down. Once again, they brought the 2 linebackers up the A gap. Going to bring up a loss of about a half yard on the play. Bring up 4th down and about 2.
4th and 2 for the Golden Bears. The ball is at the Bryan 34-yard line, 4th down.
Jacob Uran in to punt. You know, one of the things that the Golden Bears are going to have to find next year is a long snapper. We had Carter Dominic for 2 years. We've had Hudson Wheeler. And this one rolls behind Uran, and it's going to be down. Singing praise of the long snappers, and one rolls back to Uran, and he gets fallen on. Ball inside the 15, back to the 12. The snap just never came up, rolled along the ground. Archbold was bringing pressure. Jacob picks it up and gets brought down at about the 12-yard line. First down, 10 to go, ball at the 12. Rufinock's going to take it, and he's going to bring the run. Spins off a tackle, brought down inside the 10 at about the 6. That was a heartbreaker, partner.
Yeah, that was not good.
The snap just never came up.
For the Bluestreaks, ball is at the Golden Bears 6-yard line, 2nd down.
Rufinock staying in the game at quarterback. So he hasn't thrown a pass yet. He's either handed off or he's run. He's kind of their short yardage power package. Now they're going to empty the backfield, and it's going to be a quarterback run. He gets through the hole, touchdown, Archbold. You know, we knew what he was going to do, just well blocked. They pulled the guard, sealed the edge, and nothing we could do to get to Rufinock.
Yeah, it's not a good situation there, and you know, the muff punt again, or the fumbled snap is the problem.
Roger on to attempt the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's good. So with 3:58 to go here in the third quarter, your score now, Archbold 24, the Golden Bears 10 on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Welcome back here to Bluestreaks Stadium. Short field for the Bluestreaks as they punch it in to take a 24-10 lead with 3:58 to go here in the third. Liberty Center now over Wauseon 52-0. PH now 33, Swanton nothing, and Evergreen Delta 14-7 still at the half there. Rogers kick end over end. Taken by Carlin at the 10. He's coming this way out to the 20. Met wrapped up, brought down at the 23.
With the tackle also there was Jarrett Rufina.
Be nice to answer this one. 3:51 to go here in the third.
On the ball at the Golden Bear.
We've seen Carter Dominic dress. We haven't seen him in the game yet.
We haven't seen him in the game yet.
Slot to the right, two backs with McGill. Going to bring Wallace on motion. It's going to be a fly sweep. Wallace is going to be out over the 25 to about the 27. Little jet sweep. You run that motion all night long, and you finally get one where they hand it off. Gain of 4 on the play. Second down, 6 to go for the Golden Bears. Ball at the 28. Again, the two-back set. And here comes pressure up the middle. Carlin's going to dance his way. Not much room. I don't think they're going to give him anything on the play. Maybe a couple of inches, but we're going to call it no gain, 3rd and 6.
3rd and 7 for the Golden Bears. 3rd down.
Ran right into the teeth of their pressure coming with their linebackers. Trips this time. Trips to the field side. You got one on the boundary side. McGill pumps, throws it out in the side over Weber's head. He was trying for the pump, and I think looking for Cade Carlin, well covered downfield. Goes to his secondary option, well covered by Archbold. This one, we just got to get a good snap this time and get this ball in the air.
Jacob Duran back in punt formation for the Bears.
Solo back for the Bluestreaks, standing at his own 35. This snap gets back to him fine, and the pressure comes. Ball's going to take a nice Bryan. Well, it took a nice start of a Bryan hop and then rolls dead at the 34-yard line where the Bluestreaks will take over with 2:23 to go here in the third quarter. A lot of pressure that time from the Bluestreaks. It was good for them to be able to get the punt off. The snap was good that time. Ball's at the 34 where Archbold will take over 1st and 10. Slot to the left. Going to now move the H-back to the right, your running back to the left. And it's going to be Ryan again. Going to get over the 35 to about the 37.5, 38. Gain of 4, make it 2nd and 6.
Ball's at the Archbold 38-yard line, 2nd down.
Same formation as last time. Bryan walking up pressure. They're going to bail out of it. It's going to be a little pop pass to Ryan. He gets down the sideline, gets pushed out of bounds finally. Hunter Watson and Anthony Weber combined to push him out of bounds.
That was good that they pushed him out of bounds, because if not, that's a touchdown.
Ball crossing at the Golden Bear 44-yard line.
You know, one of the things that we've seen for a couple of weeks now is how teams have been able to get their big guys out on our defensive backs on plays like that. Going to be a pitch this way. Tristan Wise in to spell Ryan. He's going to get about 3, I believe. Second down, 7. Jacob Uran on the tackle.
Who was that again? I'm sorry.
That would have been Tristan Wise.
The ball will be moved back to
the 5'6" senior.
Second and 7.
I'm not going to be honest, watching him walk out for senior night, I'm thinking that was 5'6" by football standards.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Rufinock's going to take the snap, going to give it to Wise again up the middle. No, he kept it. Fooled me, fooled the cameras. And it's probably, it helped Bryan that he kept it. Wise got almost to the first down. Rufinock get brought down after a very short gain. Kate Spizak on the tackle once again for the Golden Bears.
So no gain.
3rd and 7 for the Streaks as this quarter is coming to a close rapidly. Under a minute to go. Going to be Kruger. He's going to roll out, being chased by the Golden Bears. Throws complete. Enough for a first down.
With the tackle, Aiden Wallace for the Golden Bears, and that's another first down for the Bluestreaks.
That went to Wyatt Garricky.
Wyatt Garricky. And it was just a perfect pass over our short man in front of our back man, first down for the Bluestreaks, and see if they run one more or let the quarter come to an end. Going to let the quarter come to an end. And that's going to bring us to the end of the third. Your score, Archbold 24, Bryan 10 on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the Community College Advantage.
Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Fast-moving game here as we start the third quarter. Archbold driving, first down 10. Rufinock's going to take it again. And he's taken off to the left-hand side, pushed out of bounds. Going to be near the line to gain. Kate Phillips pushes him out of bounds. Going to bring up 2nd and 1. They're going to mark him right at the 20. Still no score in the top of the third in the World Series. Kruger back in at quarterback. He's going to hand it off. Coming this way is Tristan Wise. Met, wrapped up, brought down. Going to get a short gain on the play. Going to be enough for a first down, though. Only needed 1. He gets 2.
First and 10, Archbold from the Golden Bear, 18-yard line. First down.
Kruger coming in at quarterback. Ryan back in. And they're going empty. 5 receivers, 3 to the left. Looking to pass, finds a little passes to Ryan. Going to be good for a completion inside the 15 to the 14. Going to be a gain of 5 on the play.
Watson with a tackle for the Bears.
Watson with another tackle for the Bears. He's had a good night tonight. Lots of tackles for the freshman.
13-yard line, second down.
3-by-1 receiver set for the Streaks. They're going to put the little pass out, and it's going to be incomplete and a huge hit. And they're going to call a penalty on that on Connor Hogan.
The tackle was by Connor Hogan.
How can he know that pass is incomplete?
They're talking about it. I don't know if it'll stand.
Big hit by Hogan, but it didn't look to me to be anything that was malicious or high. They're calling targeting on Hogan. And there's no appeal in high school. Let's take a look at this again on the replay. I don't see it. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
It's a
walk-off will go down to the 6-yard line.
ball goes to the 6 where it's going to be first down, but in high school it's not an ejection. In college and in the pros, that's an ejection. In high school, it's not an ejection. And now we've got a timeout as Coach Staten is all over the officials.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Officials timeout on the play.
The officials are going to talk about it some more. And I wonder if Coach is saying, how can that be a targeting if you're not going to eject them?
Right.
I mean, it was a hard hit, but he was already committed to the action before the play happened. So, I don't know. I understand you're looking to protect the players, but that wasn't a defenseless player.
Nope.
And, but whatever. At the end of it, it's first and goal from the 6 for the Blue Streaks. Kruger in at quarterback. They're going to empty the backfield again. Pass goes into the end zone. And I think that's an interception.
Is there a flag too?
Flag on the play. Referees are talking about it in the end zone. But it's whatever. It's going to come back. I thought the ball was intercepted. Archbold fans thought it was a completion, but it's going to come back on an incomplete pass, but a 10-yard penalty. Let's take a look at this on the Welling Construction replay. Kruger steps up. Everyone's battling for the ball, and I guess it did hit the ground there. So first and goal, back to the 16, 10:35 to go here in the ball game. Archbold leading Bryan 24-10 on your main stops in Northwest Ohio scoreboard. Two by two for the Blue Streaks. Ryan in the backfield. He's going to come out of the backfield. Kruger taking off. He's got his space. Touchdown Golden Bears, or touchdown Blue Streaks. No flags on the play. Broke contain, takes off into the end zone. Touchdown for the Blue Streaks.
Yeah, that penalty didn't hurt him at all. All his receivers were wide, were covered, and he just went and did a good job.
Roger on to try the extra point.
Roger to attempt the PAT kick.
The snap, the kick is up.
The Roger kick is
and it's good. With 10:26 to go here in the ball game. Now Archbold 31, Bryan 10 on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Parks and Rec Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Welcome back here to Bluestreaks Stadium, 3110 Archbold. No one covers Williams County sports like 100.9 B-Rock. Follow your Bryan Golden Bears all season long on Q96.5, on air or online, WBNO, WQCT.com.
Well, it's a promising, defensive drive, but thought maybe we'd get it there, but no, unfortunately not.
Did everything right except
another
muffed kick. This one's going to put Carlin in trouble, and he's going to be lucky to get out after the 5. I'm not sure if it's the lights in this place. That's the 4th muffed kick tonight. So I'm not sure if it's something in the lights. You look at it, the kick is up, and it just bounces off his shoulder pads. And if I remember, the muff punt for Archbold just bounced off his face mask. I don't know if there's a light problem or what's going on. I mean, we've been in some places where the lights are really low. These are high poles. But for whatever tonight, a little bit of wind out there. The flags across from us are blowing pretty steady. The flag in the end zone's blowing pretty steady. The goalposts are pretty quiet.
Okay, Carlin, the ball carrier.
Carlin going to try to get outside, going to be brought down for, I'm seeing no gain, maybe a loss on the play.
Trevor Bowerman with the tackle for the Bluestreaks.
Second down and 11.
Loss of 1 on the play. It will be second and 11 for the Golden Bears. Second down.
Clock rolling inside 10 minutes. Second down and 11 for the Golden Bears. Pass out
and dropped.
Pass is complete to Anthony.
Now, I'm going to homer this a little bit.
You're going to homer this?
I'm going to homer this a little bit. So the pass was incomplete out here on the sideline. They follow through with a high hit on Weber, and we get no foul.
Yeah.
I think the difference is the crowd groaned when Connor Hogan made the hit. McGill back to pass, center screen, complete, but not going to be enough for the first down. Out over the 10, going to give Uran a little bit of space to punt, but not enough for the first down. Pass was complete to Wolf.
The receiver was Damian Wolf. Tackle for the Bluestreaks. Again was Trevor Bowerman.
A gain of 6 on the play, but it's still going to bring up 4th down and 5.
For the Golden Bears. Ball is at the Bryan.
These last couple or 3 series, the Bluestreaks have really turned up the pressure and are bringing more packages looking for the Golden Bears. Looks like they're coming after this punt too. Uran barely gets that one off. It may have been partially blocked. It's going to get a nice Bryan roll, though, to take it out. Mark dead at about the 48.
47-yard line by Houston Wheeler, and that will be a 1st and 10 for the Bluestreaks from that point.
Wow, on the Bryan side of the field.
Yeah, that one was. They've been bringing pressure. 3 punts in a row now, and we had the one muffed, the bad snap that rolled between his legs, and then we've had 2 with a lot of pressure. Roof knocked back in at quarterback, I believe. It is. They're going to run in 2 backs now. But they've got their running quarterback in the game, and he's going to hand it off Tristan Wise over the right-hand side, inside the 40 to about the 37. Longoria with the tackle for the Golden Bears. And it's going to be enough for a first down.
First down for the Bluestreaks. 1st and 10, Archbold from the Bryan 38-yard line, first down.
First down at the 38 for the Bluestreaks. So we're going to see a heavy dose of run with 3 weapons in the backfield. Going to be Rufinock again. He's going to spin forward over inside the 35. Jacob Uran comes in from behind, makes the tackle for the Golden Bears, but not before a gain of 5.
Second and 5 for the Bluestreaks. The ball is at the Golden Bear 30.
I'm really impressed with the play of Jacob Uran. I've said it before. You've said it before. It's impressive.
He just plays a little bit of everywhere.
Yep.
And he's becoming an offensive weapon from that H-back spot, and also kicking the ball. Here he comes again. Ryan slips and falls. The turf monster gets him.
He was down by Gage Phillips.
I don't think he got any gain there.
Nope. Going to bring up. No, they're giving him nothing on the play. Third down, 5 to go.
3rd and 5 for the Bluestreaks from the Golden Bear 33-yard line. 3rd down.
Rufinock coming quarterback power this way. And he breaks a couple of tackles. Going to be enough for a first down.
Golden Bear tackle by Cole Carlin, and that's another first down for the Bluestreaks.
Just out to the 22.
Just nice hard run. And one of the things that we've seen often late in games for this Golden Bear team this year is these kids are playing a lot of snaps. And, you get a little bit fatigued. You're behind on the scoreboard, and you go for some arm tackles instead of squaring up and putting somebody down. And, Rufinock's only played a few plays. Big, strong kid, runs the ball hard. And he just runs through tackles. Ryan gets out to the right-hand side, and he's going to almost get in. They're going to push him out of bounds.
He went down the sideline, tried to thread that needle. And inside
right
the 5. At the 5.
Gets outside. Gage Phillips was held completely on that play, but no flag comes in.
First down.
Clock stopped at 6:32. Rufinock at quarterback. Wise his running back. And he's going to hand it to Wise.
Wise, the ball carrier.
And he's not going to get there, I do not believe.
Nope, he got down to the 1.
He stopped shy of the goal line. Tackle for the Golden Bears by Gage
Phillips.
Carlin did a good job of getting him down.
Gage Phillips a little slow to get up, hobbling back to his defensive position.
It's a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Bluestreaks from inside the Golden Bear 1-yard line.
That was a quick quarterback call in the huddle. I'm thinking it's going to be quarterback power. It is a quarterback power. He's going to bobble it, but he gets in.
Touchdown, Archbold.
See that replay. Right at the bobble at the point of where he took off, but he's still able to get it in.
When Souder to attempt the PAT kick.
Different PAT.
Souder on to try it, but the result is the same. So here, with under 6 to go in the ball game, Archbold stretches its lead to 28. Archbold 38, Bryan 10 on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition.
Welcome back here to Bluestreaks Stadium, 38-10. Archbold leading this one.
Rogers kicking off for the Streaks following the touchdown.
Booed away. And this one, they switch sides, and Gonzalez has the same problem. He bobbles the kick.
Yeah, it's going to be Archbold.
Streak ball.
Recovered by the Bluestreaks.
Lost the ball in the lights, fumbles the kick, goes back to retrieve it.
The wheels are just coming off.
It is. And you know, the sad thing is, partner, if they score, we go to running clock.
Yep.
And Archbold's going to take a timeout. Why don't we take one with them? You're on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Welcome back here to Bluestreaks Stadium. Archbold emptying the bench now. Quarterback for Archbold now is number 16, Isaiah Scricia. And there's going to be a motion penalty, I believe. They're calling it on Bryan?
That's half the distance, right? Or is that?
No, it should be 5.
Yeah, down to the 12.
Going to be a pitch out to the left-hand side.
Jesse Shoemaker. Down to the 4-yard line. First and goal from the 4, right?
It is.
The ball is at the Golden Bear 4-yard line.
First and goal for the Bluestreaks. That's going to be Schumacher. He's going to power in. Touchdown, Archbold.
Touchdown, Archbold.
Well, this game will go really quickly now.
Souter to try the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. So with 4:33 to go, 45-10, Bluestreaks in a quarter and a half that has been nothing but Archbold. After Bryan closed the lead to 17-10, Archbold has been everywhere.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veterans Service Office.
Welcome back here to Bluestreak Stadium. Second half, it's been all Archbold, 45-10. Now your score. And here's wondering if Bryan can actually receive a kick. We fumbled 3 in the game, 2 in a row. Carlin muffed 1, and then they swap sides with Carlin and Gonzalez. Then Gonzalez muffs 1 and fumbles. And this one's going to bounce. And it's trouble. Please get in the end zone. Thank you. Touchback. Oh, my.
They'll go out to the 20. And again, clock running now, so.
We've probably got about 4 more snaps in this ball game.
First and 10 for the Golden Bears from their own 20-yard line. First down.
Bryan emptying their bench as well. First quarterback action all year for Miles Palmer. He's going to throw it out in the flat. Going to be complete out to about the 25-yard line.
The receiver was Hunter Watson.
To Hunter Watson.
Tackled by Carter Grimm. Again, a 5 on the plate.
To Miles Palmer to Hunter Watson.
Bears from their own 25-yard line.
Gonzalez, the running back, with Palmer in the backfield. Oh, now it's McGill back in. Goes down the sideline. Complete.
Complete the far sideline. Anthony
Weber on the catch.
With the tackle for the Bluestreaks on the play. A first and 10 for the Golden Bears from the Archbold. 47-yard line.
That was one of the better offensive
plays. It was a beautiful
plays.
play. McGill rolling, turns, squares his shoulders, throws it, complete. Pass complete to Kerr.
Bluestreaks tackle by Brooks Miller, and that's another first and 10 for the Golden Bears.
Down to the
ball is at the 29.
29.
McGill looks, rolls, throws, intercepted. Coming back the other way.
Isaiah Scarassia, the ball carrier on the interception. The Bryan tackle by
picked off. I don't see him on the roster. They gave a number.
It was to Gracias. 16.
Was it Gracias? Well, I thought it was a 46. Thanks, partner.
Yep.
And so now all the Bluestreaks have to do is kneel on it twice.
Let's look at this on replay again. Just stepped in front of it at the 20.
Clock rolling inside a minute on the season. Letting the clock run all the way down.
Pinner's the ball carrier.
Pinner's out over the 45, over the 50, into Bryan territory.
Tackled by Griff Diaz. Also there was Easton Kerr. That's another first down for the Bluestreaks.
I'm looking for names because everybody else is.
That was
18?
Maddox Pinter. 18.
Yeah. That was nice running.
Yeah, it was. Nice play. And that's going to bring the season to a close. Bryan played tough for 2.5 quarters, but just couldn't put it all together. Going to go out of here on a loss, 45-10 to the Bluestreaks. Bluestreaks move on to the playoffs. Bryan move on to basketball and wrestling. You know, and just one of those tough nights that when the wheels fell off, and it's been the case all season long, when the wheels fall off, they fall all the way off. It's, you know, I don't think there's been a game all season where we could say special teams let us down. But muffed kicks and a bad snap on a punt, and, you know, it was 21 straight points for the Bluestreaks. And, you know, what ifs don't ever win anything, but you take away those 3 plays, and it's a 24-10 game. You know, we're a 2-touchdown game, but special teams just really let the Golden Bears down tonight. And it seems like all season long it's been one area of the game that's just let us down. We're going to send it away for our first break of our post game. We'll come right back to wrap things up here and get everybody on their way. You're on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family owned, family focused.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Welcome back here to Bluestreaks Stadium. A thank you that goes out on our final fall broadcast of the year to our sponsors, Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Andres O'Neill and Lowe, the Daniel Van Atta Agency, Krill Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and the Thiel Supply Center. Well, partner, it's been not the season we wanted, but one of the things, if our cameras take a look, Coach is still out there coaching, even after the last play of the last game of the season. And, you know, you got a lot of underclassmen out there, and he's already laying seeds for next year. Let's look for scores around the area as you get caught up on our stats here tonight. From not in the area, but one of interest to folks, the Yankees and Dodgers still no score in the top of the fifth. Tenora 21, Edgerton nothing last update. Liberty Center beats Wauseon 52-0. Van Wert trying to make a comeback against the Light at 35-27. Pillier 40, Hilltop 6. Last update from Swanton is PH 39, Swanton nothing. Ottawa Hills 42, Eden 14. Delta and Evergreen in overtime, 14-14.
Wow.
Archbold here, 45-10 winners. Wayne Trace beats Ayersville 48-13. And the Bulldogs are going to the playoffs. They beat OG 22-10. Well, daggone it.
Yeah, I would have liked to get this one.
I would have liked to have get this one. You know, and as a parent who had a daughter graduate from Tenora, I really wanted this one really bad tonight because the Bluestreaks are going into the playoffs at 6-4, but Tenora folks will tell you they're really 5-5 on the season. So I was hoping to get one for the Rams tonight, but weren't able to pull it off. Played really good football, stuck with them for 2.5 quarters, but it's just could not keep things going. And when things began to fall apart, things really began to fall apart. And I would love to know what in the world was going on kickoffs. We just could not field a kick cleanly all night long tonight. So not sure where Archbold will go. With a win tonight, there is a small chance with a lot of help that they could be at home next week as a number 8 seed. I seriously doubt that. They don't get a lot of help from us. We've got 1 win on the season, and that was against a team with no wins. So there's not a lot of secondary points coming their way. So chances are they're going to go on the road next week. Heard talk around the press box here before the game, thinking they're probably going to go over to the Cleveland area.
Yep.
So we know what that's like, making that long drive on a Friday to go play a team that's a 4 or 5 seed.
And an unknown team. It's really hard right now to do the scouting, you know what I mean?
And, as we found out last year as we were walking through the stands at West Holmes and fans were telling us that they had watched a bunch of our games, so that's the scouting you get until the video crews go, oh, wait a minute, we're taking all these down before the playoffs. So, that's just one of those things. But again, other than 2 interceptions, another nice night for McGill, starting to find his rhythm back there at quarterback. Nice to see Hunter Watson making a couple catches, making plays all over the field after his injury. You look at this freshman class, and they all played a lot of minutes all season long, but a bunch of minutes tonight and meaningful minutes. And that's exactly who Coach is coaching out there right now is, having the conversations about, not letting one mistake roll into 2 or 3 or 4 mistakes, which seemed to happen this year.
Yeah, and you're right. You're exactly right. It's exactly what happened. You go back and you look at the times that Bryan beat themselves this year, and you beat yourselves on penalties. You beat yourselves on muffed kicks. You beat yourselves on bad snaps. You know what I mean? And we've been competitive in many of these games
Up until.
Yep.
And, that's one of the things tonight, and it's the simple things. Well, I think we should bring this thing to a wrap. What do you think, partner?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank all of our viewers. Obviously, we talked a little bit earlier. This is our last game for the fall. We appreciate you viewing. We had way more games than we thought we would this year with our soccer teams doing so well, our volleyball team going into the playoffs. But we appreciate everybody for viewing. And if you're interested in winter sponsorship as we get rolling for basketball, wrestling, and swim, you can give me a call, 419-633-6235, or email chris@bryansports.com.
And who knows? I showed up at a soccer game. I did a couple softball games at a baseball game last year. I'm the football guy, but who knows? You may see me this winter or this spring someplace besides Chris in a booth doing what we do. So a thank you to our crew who had to brave a little bit of the elements tonight, the wind up on top. Krista Bruner, who was our director, cameras, Sam Ryan and Taylor Peltz. The Archbold Athletics here, Alan Gladeau.
Gladio.
Glads.
Thanks, Glads.
No, I'm sorry. I'm reading what's on in front of me. At Bryan, Nathan Keel, Therese Kuzmal, Golden Bear Photo, Matt Neff, Stephanie Ponzak, and our executive producer and my partner here tonight, Chris Malanga. This broadcast brought to you by the Golden Bear Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game, without express written consent of the Bryan City School District is prohibited. One final time for all of us at the Golden Bear Sports Network. With Chris Malanga, I'm Dave Brobston. Your final score here, 45-10. Have a great night, everybody. Happy Halloween.